everybody? I just recently participated in the Trijam, which is a 3-hour jam where hundreds of devs like me participate in a game to make the best game in 3 hours. I'll be documenting the process of making my game and insight on how to play it and the dev process. Let's get straight into it. Alright guys, as always, I made a design doc to document all my ideas to make sure I got the best idea possible with my personal restrictions, the jam restrictions, and the theme. I did not write the jam restriction on this doc, but it was you had to make a game in 3 hours or 180 minutes or 10,800 seconds. There was 3 ideas I considered, one being you're on an island, how you would dig up treasures, skeletons would guard it, and then you had determining on how fast you killed the skeletons would determine the value of the chest. That idea involved into the idea we did. I only left the idea that I chose in the doc. I actually deleted the other 2. The other one was like a ship battle where you would upgrade your ships and stuff. But basically the idea that we landed on, keep in mind some of the stuff was cut. You are on an island as a pirate seeking out treasure that evil stuff is guarding. So you have to kill them quick so you get better treasures equals better weapons, which equals more treasure. Let's get into the development of the game and how stuff are cut and how my process of making the game. Let's do it. Alright guys, Alright guys, this is the game, this is the layout, but let's play the game so you can review it. It's called High Seas. It is by me, Zach Studios 5T. The first thing I'd like to point out is as there is no credits tab, as you guys may be wondering, in those brains of yours, why there is no credits tab this time. When I was working on the menu, I was copying over the buttons from the last game. When it came time to copy over the credits tab, then it hit me, I have my name under the title. I don't need a credits tab. This isn't like some AAA game. All I need, as you can see, is my name or my studio under my YouTube channel, I guess, under the name. Now, as you see, there's 2 things, play and directions, and this is directions. If you want to stop and read it, you can. And all I have to point out is play. This is the game. I'll have 40 seconds to kill this ghost as many times as I can. And then I'll have to go over here and upgrade my weapon. And then I'll have to go back. And I died because he touched me, of course. But you would have to go back, upgrade your weapon and stuff like that. Let's get to how this game works and stuff like that. So first, this is the layout. This is money and this is health. This is the Phantom Zone. Basically, all it says is the ghost cannot leave here. If he leaves here, he'll be set back to his original PI. This is important. This is supposed to look like sand because this Todd background alone actually looks pretty bad. It really does look kind of bad. This is event sheet 1. There's enemy health, enemy dead, money, insert Boolean name here. It's basically like a killer variable, so you don't need infinite money while let's say I was to kill a phantom, right? Pow, pow, pow. And then there was a glitch in the game where it would just keep awarding you 10 times because the ghost was dead. But I inserted this, which is a killer Boolean. And so basically what it would do is it would make sure it would only award it once. We'll get into how that works later. And there's cost of upgrades, your upgrade number, and your health. This is shooting. It's very simple really. One left button click, so basically that button. It would say sprite 3 spawn and the bullet would spawn the buoyant on layer 0, image point 0, create hierarchy false. This isn't really important. All it says is when you click the mouse button, the gun will make a bullet and it will shoot it. How this works is the bullet, it actually has a bullet behavior, but I increased the speed because it was really slow on its own. And then there's every tick that allows you to point towards the mouse. And this I just added. I meant to give it its own every tick, but I forgot. Enemy code. This is by far the most complicated thing in this game. I'm going to do my absolute best to explain it. But some things I just have trouble explaining. I got informed that by my math team, or like my math partners in school. Alright, so basically, the enemy first spawns when you go into the Phantom Zone, which is that. So basically, he'll find like a path using Construct 3 built-in pathfinding behavior. He'll find the quickest path to you, and then he'll set his health to 10. And then once he finds that path, he'll move along the path, and once he's arrived, he'll find a new path. This is like an infinite loop. But this is like imagine that this is like the gun. But imagine the bullet keeps firing. So this is like the trigger, and this is like the loop. This is just in case like it fails to find the path. He'll keep finding the path until it finds it, and then he'll set off the loop. So this is like This is like the air support or like customer support. And this is if I'm not overlapping the Phantom Zone, I need to go back into the Phantom Zone. That's this code there. Now that's the AI. Sprite 4 is if I hit a bullet, basically, I will times my upgrades. Like if the upgrade's 2, it'll do 2 damage, but we'll get, so basically it'll do 1 times upgrade it'll subtract the damage number from enemy health. Like upgrade, let's say I've upgraded it twice, it'll do 2 because 1 time, if upgrade equals 2, 1 times 2 equals 2. So it's basically saying like it would be like subtract 2 from enemy health. If you've done basic algebra in your school math, you know like 1 plus x equals 2, you'll understand that. Imagine upgrades like x. Enemy health equals 0. So like if enemy health equals 0 and he is not awarded the cash, and he'll award the cash and make himself invisible. And this is like if he has it, he'll make himself not invisible and he'll make himself not dead. He'll basically unkeep the bucket. I mean, get that? Once you do kill him, he'll give you 10 money. Set enemy health to -1. So like this is another like killer thing, and he'll insert Boolean true, so he won't be a loop. It makes sure this doesn't loop and keep awarding you cash. On start of layout, it'll start the animation. This basically, if you notice, let me actually show you. If you'll notice, he has like a little animation, as you'll see. So basically, once he starts, he'll start his animation, and once his animation is finished, he'll start it again. Once this is done, again, this is like the gun, and this is like the bullet that keeps coming out. This is the trigger, this is the loop. If 1 is greater than any enemy health, he'll set himself to invisible. If he's dead, he's invisible. If he's not dead, he's visible. Alright, that's enemy down. Combine. By the way, I know my explaining skills kind of trash, but it's the best I can do. Sprite 8 if Sprite 8's like the 10 you would sell your stuff to. Basically, if the powers overlapping. Oh, here's a little design thing. It's actually inspired by Gold Hoarder from Sea of Thieves. There's like their little logo there. It's the key. If it is overlapping the 10, it'll set text 2. Text 2 is the buying instructions. Of course, if it's not, it'll set the invisible. If it is, it'll set the visible. This is the real juicy stuff. If I press space, like the instructions said, and then if I'm overlapping the 10 and money is, so if I have more money, if I have equal to or more money than the cost, it will subtract 10 from money, add 10 to cost, and add 1 to upgrade. That's basically what it'll do. Wait, that's a bug. I'm gonna have to fix that. This game is, I did my best, let's just say that. Health, this is basically if I touch the ghost, it'll subtract 1 for health. every tick, there's like a health bar, and it'll set the tick to how much your health is. Like a tick is like there's 3 ticks in a second, and every tick you'll update that text box to say your health. So it's pretty much instant. If one is greater than health, it'll send you to the death screen, layout 3. This is the death screen, and we'll get into how the death screen looks. And finally, startup. Just make sure that I always go to the starter screen, no matter what. That's what this makes sure of. You'll always layout 2 is the menu. You'll make sure no matter what event screen, it always go back to the starter screen. Loaders like the load. Starter layout, it'll say the beep box song 1, which is, if I can find it, music. That's that soundtrack you heard. I did make another one, but it was much longer and it had empty stuff because of the way I exported it. And on startup layout, this is like how it times it. Basically, it'll wait 40 seconds, signal 1, and then it'll go to layout. That could be removed and it'll still work. And go to layout 4. And that is the main game's code. I hope I did a great job to explain that. Layout 2, it basically is like, this is the menu, so like, this is me cutting buttons, like, it doesn't need to go here, it doesn't need to say, hey, I need to go here, because this is layout 2, but it says, hey, if I touch the button, this is me just resetting the game, to setting all the variables to their initial values, and it's saying go to game, like, so like, play goes to game, and like, directions goes to the directions screen. And that's basically the menu. Layout 3 is the you died screen. Again, it tells it to go to layout 2, so you always start it as menu. And basically, you'll hold it up for 3 seconds, then we'll go back to the menu. Finally, layout 4 is your score was, that's the label, and then this text will be your score. So, like, what I did is on startup, after 40 seconds, it'll bring you to this layout and say, on startup layout, set the text to upgrade. So, like, set the text to your score. You'll wait 3 seconds. It'll have this up here for 3 seconds. I'll send you back to the menu. Layout 5, the directions. And then there's this X button. That X button will take you back to the menu. And again, it tells to go back to the menu. So you'll always stay on the menu. On the start of the project, it always tells you to go back to the menu. So you'll always be on the menu. All right, guys. So with that, high seas is all right, let me just read the so this is description. Plays a power upgrading his gun on this haunted island, the Bermuda Triangle. Kill a ghost, make money, upgrades your flint-knock pistol, and in the fast-paced top-down game. All right, guys, I hope I did a great job explaining that, telling you how it works. Have a great day. Peace!